Hey everybody.
Hey everybody.
Welcome back to Murder by Numbers. Forrest and I just popped out for some McDonald's caramel frappuccinos.
Yes,
because
Starbucks is closed.
Yeah, I was just about to say, this isn't something we normally do, but Starbucks is not operational right now because of,
the Great Depression.
Yeah, right. Apparently, like, not that we monetize our videos anyway because, we're not that popular, but apparently they're demonetizing videos that start talking about coronavirus. So, as the,
YouTube's getting too sensitive.
I know. So since we're representing the blue-collar, proletariat, unpopular YouTubers, we will bring you the hard-hitting coronavirus news that the real world cannot. Starting with the fact that Starbucks is fucking closed. And so is my favorite tattoo parlor, and I'm really salty because I was gonna get another tattoo.
What do you make of John?
What do you make of John? That weirdo with the bum bag? 3 out of 10, tops. That's not what I meant, for once.
Hey!
Aw, I like that this implies that they don't really talk about boys together. Fine. Well, there are fans, and then there are fans. Oh yeah, John's the fucking virgin.
Right.
Like that girl we met outside the studio last year. She was intense. Like, chain you to a radiator and get all misery on your ass intense. Oh my god, do you get that reference?
Is that a Stephen King book?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's a book about an author who gets...
Yeah, I know it from Family Guy.
The only version that matters.
Right.
How could I forget? She tried to cut off some of my hair. I'm not sure if John is in the same league of crazy, but don't you think it's weird that he shade up today, of all days?
Shade up?
I know, I mispronounced it. I just decided to roll with it. What about that contractor guy? Tully? Such a dour name for such a gorgeous guy. If he wasn't such a creep, he'd be a solid 7. Oh, sure, he tries it on with you and Becky, but what about me, huh? What am I, chopped liver? Honestly, I really am destined to be forever alone, aren't I? Might as well get a cat and start knitting my own jumpers.
No.
Oh, babe, don't take this the wrong way, but maybe if you weren't quite so picky, you might have more luck. A girl should always know her worth, Honor. I wish I'd known that before I married Ryan.
Oof.
Anyway, Forrest is just like, too real, man.
Right.
Anyway, let's focus. Do you think Tully is a real suspect? Don't be ridiculous. A murderer with those eyes? This, coming from a man who said Jeffrey Dahmer had a certain mystique. Excuse me? You are one of those people who fucking gets crushes on serial killers? Those people are nuts.
Oh my god.
Like, have you ever seen, like, serial killer fandoms? Ted Bundy has, like, a whole fangirl following, and it's fucking sick.
That is fucking sick.
Touche. Be honest. Do you think there's a case against me? You proved your alibi. Please. How long have I known you now? 4 years? You're about as capable of murder as I am of giving my parents a grandchild. Thanks. I never suspected you either, for the record. I should hope not. Besides, if I was going to kill someone, I'd do it with far more flair. Blunt force trauma to the head is just so heterosexual, you know?
You want to show him the tampon?
Kinda. Oh, is it that time already? I still don't get why they don't put pockets in women's clothes. Want me to hold on to it for you? I am so glad we showed him that. I love Casey.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Actually, why don't we show him the medical report? Ugh, paperwork. Boring. Alright, cool. Glad we did that. Maybe we can show him the tape? I don't know if it's into anything. You really need to clear out that bag, babe. Okay, yeah. Nothing matters. Back. Let's investigate the room.
Well, we have more map space.
Oh, true. Okay, I guess we can go to the office.
Miss Marcia, well, you're still here?
Did you just call her Marcia?
Yeah.
I swear to God, you might as well just start calling her like Macaroon or something, because you're never gonna get her name right.
Me's right?
Yeah, I think so. Hi, Bill. How's it going? Still guarding... shit. Sorry, I got a little British there. Still guarding the crime scene, huh?
Yeah, Detective Cross wasn't too happy about me going to get that tape.
You could
I
say
had to
he
talk
was...
him out of cuffing me to the desk.
You could say he got a little cross about it.
Oh my god.
And then Scout just goes, ha ha ha. I'm sorry, Bill. I didn't mean to get you in trouble.
Oh, don't mention it. I'm just glad you're off the hook. I always knew you had nothing to do with what happened to Blake.
You just see him like crumple up a paper that says Honor did it and like throw it in the garbage behind
They're
him.
taking bets and Detective Cross is like, whatever.
Thanks. It's good to have you on my side.
You and Scout make a great team. It's a shame you can't help Detective Cross with the rest of the investigation. Yes, we can. That's exactly what we're doing. You are, but he seemed really mad at you guys. Kept saying things like, that damn vigilante and her flying computer.
Why don't people ever talk about me like that? Well, he didn't exactly give us permission, but there's something bigger behind Blake's death, and we have to find out what.
Oh geez, Detective Cross isn't going to like that. No one's supposed to touch anything in here.
This whole room is one big no-no square.
Don't look at me like that. I just don't want to make Detective Cross angry again. I don't think my blood pressure could handle it, or his.
What's your opinion of John Redfern?
Oh, we get kids trying to sneak into the studio all the time. I think you just picked the wrong day to try and get an autograph.
This is why we need to move to California. There's so many people we need to stalk. You don't think he seems kind of intense?
Oh, they're all like that. If you ask me, the kid got lost and now he's a murder suspect. His poor mother's probably worried sick.
I thought he was like 28. Have you seen this Tully guy before?
No, I don't think I have, and I never forget a face. But that's not too unusual for contractors. They come and go all the time.
He certainly looks big enough to kill someone. But why would Blake pick a fight with a contractor? I hate to even consider it. I don't, but it's possible Becky killed Blake. Did you know they were fighting over her contract?
Becky? Kill someone? But she's so nice!
Are we talking about the same Becky? Have you met Becky?
I know she seems rude sometimes, but I think there's a heart of gold in there somewhere.
Sure, she's got gold-hearted buttons on her skirt, and her necklace, and her coat.
And gold tampon.
Oh, God.
She probably just wants to be understood.
Didn't you say the same thing about the guy from accounting who set the offices on fire a couple of years ago? Where's our story about that? That sounds fucking awesome!
Well, you can't expect me to be right all the time.
Or even most of the time. I think you did this last time.
Miss Rizrai, well, why would you show me that?
Show her the medical report. He already knows we have it.
Isn't that the medical examiner's report? You should really give that back to Detective Cross.
He's probably got another copy, right? Or show him the tape or something? I don't know. Thanks again for getting that security tape, Bill. Did you want it back?
I'd love to, but I don't really know how to put it back in the machine. Maybe
you
should
broke
just keep
it
it for now.
Alright, let's investigate the room. The only thing that we looked at last time was the chair.
It won't let us.
Oh. Well, I guess let's go back to the break room. We can still investigate the break room. Use Scout scanning mode! Let's scan for the boobs. Are there boobs in here? Boobs? Boobs? Hello?
Puzzle time!
Is it a boob?
It is a boob.
Okay, so now back to that riveting tale of how I got my cat. This is
Oh
what
my
I talk
God.
about. This is what I talk about every time I make new friends. I strangely don't have that many friends. Okay, but no, seriously, whenever, so I got Oogie from a shelter, and at the particular shelter in our hometown, they have most of the cats in, like, normal, like, individual cages, but if the cats have been there for a long time, they keep them in, like, a bigger room where they have lots of toys, and there's, like, cat trees to climb on and stuff, and they can interact with each other. And I think
It's all cute and stuff.
I think it's, well, A, it's to give them, like, a better quality of life, but also it kind of shows them off more, like, hey, maybe instead of going for that adorable little kitten that's only been here for 2 days, maybe you could consider this adult cat who's been here for, like, 2 years, you know? So we went in there first, and Forrest fell in love with this cat that had no tail. So he was trying to get me to interact with that cat, but then this little black skinny cat kept coming up to me and meowing and, like, you know, screaming in my face. So I finally picked him up, and he was super into it, and he was letting me scratch him and whatever, and I was in love with him. And then he kind of started to, like, climb up my shoulder, and I don't know if, like, if you don't have a cat, basically they're very agile, so they, like, you don't really have to worry about dropping them and hurting them. Like, if you drop a cat, it will land on its feet, unless you dropped it from, like, a really ridiculous height or something. So when he started walking up my shoulder, I figured, oh, okay, he's trying to get down. So I just kind of, like, let go. And instead of, like, you know, climbing up my shoulder and then jumping off of me, he proceeds to walk, and he was pretty small. He was only, like, 6 months old. So he proceeds to, like, walk around the back of my head and stand on my boobs and, like, basically start pushing his forehead into my cheek. And I think I cried. Did I cry?
No.
Okay. I thought I
You little
cried.
bitch.
And then Forrest just looks over at me, like, from where he's petting this, like, cat with no tail, and he just goes, "That's the cat you're getting, isn't it?" And I was like, yes! And then the best part was, whenever we were doing the paperwork, they said that the cat's name was Forrest.
Right.
With 2 R's, just the way that you spell it, babe.
That's me.
Yes. And so, obviously, I didn't keep his name as Forrest. I named him Oogie Boogie after the character in Nightmare Before Christmas. But we still thought it was super funny and, like, totally fate that the cat's name had the same name as Forrest. Or was the same as Forrest's. So now we have Oogie. And he's the best. He plays fetch. He's so fucking smart. He doesn't always want to play fetch. Like, that's the thing with cats is, like, they're really smart, but they also are very, like, strong-willed. But when he wants to play fetch, he'll do it, and it's fucking awesome. So that's my story.
Ooh, I like it. Cute Oogie Boogie.
Boogie Boogie! He's not in this room anymore because he kept fucking meowing to get out. Also, another fun part about him is he doesn't actually really meow. He just kind of, squeaks. Because, I guess they neutered him before he finished hitting puberty, which is, like, fine. He's healthy. Oh, it's an apple. Good job, baby.
I don't know what that's going to do for the case.
Maybe we can DNA swab it.
Do you think this could be useful to the investigation?
If he says no, I'm going to kill somebody. I'll be honest. It seems unlikely that an apple is the smoking gun.
A gun? Be careful, Honor. Guns are dangerous.
I would take a bullet for you immediately, Scout. No, Scout, it's just a turn of phrase. It means the murder weapon, or a vital clue. Chekhov's gun!
Oh.
I went to a creative writing college, too.
Well, you did.
I know, that's what I mean, is like the Chekhov's gun thing. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
Chekhov's gun, it's a rule made by the Russian author Chekhov, which basically states that if you put a gun in the first act, it needs to go off by the third act. Meaning that if you put some sort of important seeming clue in your story, you have to, like, make that resolve.
Right, I've heard of this now that you're saying that. It's very confusing when humans say things that mean other things.
I'm sure you'll catch on.
Catch on to what?
Oh my god.
That was another one, wasn't it?
I love you. I love you so fucking much. This character has huge calculus or energy, and I'm living for it. I'm not accusing the devs of copying the character. It's a robot character who doesn't understand humanity. That's not new. But that's just the vibe he's giving me in the best possible way. You're getting good at this, bitch. Oh. You're getting good at this.
There we go.
I'll just provide the background music while you work.
Oh my gosh.
Just whistle while you work.
Smoke my ass.
Smoke my ass?
Yeah.
Roll that shit up like a blunt and smoke it. You know the phrase, put that in your pipe and smoke it? We should, like, update that phrase to Gen Z culture and say this and, like, put that in your Juul and vape it.
Oh my god.
That would be so funny. Like, there's the answers to the exam. Put that in your Juul and vape it. I got laid.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. You were there.
Woo!
Woo!
See, it auto-locks to the first one I discovered every time you get it wrong.
Okay.
See, watch. Oh, well, I didn't do it that time.
Probably because you didn't get anything wrong. You were too busy being right.
This game is so much fun.
I love Scout just, like, idly floating in the corner. Like, I am helping. Hello, Zarya. Tell the story of how you got Zarya.
She was a kitten.
There's more to it than that.
I was looking for a new cat, and I really wanted a new one. So, basically...
Do you want me to tell the story while you work, and you can tell me if I'm wrong?
Yes.
Okay, so the way I remember it, because I wasn't living with Forrest at the time, I was still in college. But Forrest got Reinhardt from a pet store, yes?
Yeah, I got Reinhardt from a pet store.
Actually, Reinhardt was your Christmas gift for me, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I didn't pick out the cat, but I sent money to Forrest for him to get a cat. So Reinhardt was his first cat, and then after like 6 months of having him, he was like, I want more cats, because Forrest and I don't understand moderation. So you started...
See, it's auto-locked.
So what do you do
click,
now?
It fixes it.
Okay. Shit. Now I forgot my fucking... God damn it, you interrupted me, and now I don't remember where I was.
Well, Reinhardt's original name was Cherokee.
Oh yeah, that's right, because he had like 2 previous owners, right?
Right.
And then you found Zarya on Craigslist, that's where I was in the story.
Yes.
As like a free kitten to a good home kind of ad. and I wasn't super gung-ho about him finding a cat on Craigslist. I was worried that she would be sick or something. But he was really adamant that he wanted to get this particular kitten. So you drove like an hour outside of town with your mom and your grandma and stuff to go get this cat.
Right, I drove way out of the way.
And you roll up at this house, and I wasn't there, so I'm just going off of Forrest's description.
No, we've been in a Walgreens parking lot.
Oh, really? I thought you went to the house.
Nope.
Okay, well, then they went to a Walgreens parking lot, which is super professional and not scary.
Well, that's what you do on Craigslist. It's scarier to go to the house.
That's fair. But they met in the parking lot, and then they gave him Zarya, and she was like...
covered in ash and cigarette.
Like, she straight up smelled like...
cigarettes,
She smelled like a smoker's, like, entire lung had just been, like, ripped open. And she was super small and skinny, and so Forrest took her, and took her home, gave her a bath, gave her food. She's always been super... She's probably our most aggressive cat as far as getting food, which is funny because she's also the smallest cat. Like, she is definitely the runt of her litter. She can fit in, like, 2 hands. But
she's a teeny weeny.
She's a forever baby. But she is the most, she's the most competitive, I guess is the best way to put it, to get food.
Adorable.
So it was obvious that they weren't feeding her or weren't taking care of her very well. So Forrest took her in, got her all healthy. She's a perfectly healthy cat now. But then, like a month later, you want to say?
Yeah, they tried to ask for her back.
Yeah, the lady messages him that he took her from. Did you even pay for her, or was she free?
I had to pay $40 for her. She was free, but they were wanting a rehoming fee, quote unquote, which means she was not free.
Right. Sorry, just taking a drink of my frap.
What is this, a fucking cherry?
I thought it was a heart until
I thought it was a heart at the bottom.
Yeah, and then you started developing the top, and I was like, interesting. But, she messages Forrest, and she's like, can I see a picture of the cat? My kids miss her. So he sent her some pictures of Zarya, and she was like, oh, she's so cute. So, like, our family really misses her, and we want her back. And Forrest is like, I'm not giving you, like, she's my cat now. I bought her. I took her to the vet.
And they didn't even ask if I wanted my money back for her, for one.
Yeah, they were just like, we want her back, and she's our cat, so you have to give her to us. And Forrest was like, in fact, I don't. And they were, like, trying to threaten him with, like, calling the police or something, saying, like, they stole, like, we know you, we'll tell the police you stole her. And Forrest was like, okay, well, she's microchipped under my name, and I have proof that you guys were abusing her, because when I took her to the vet, she was so underweight that they thought she was going to die. And guess who never messaged him back?
And she was teeny. She was shouldn't even been allowed to be sold. She was a newborn baby.
Mm-hmm. Well, she wasn't breastfeeding anymore, was she?
No, she just got out of that phase, like, literally.
Yeah, I think that the family said that they found her in a gutter, like she was a stray cat. And
yeah, they did find her in a gutter.
The kids, like, they had, like, little daughters or whatever, and they were like, let's keep the cat! So they were like, okay, how hard can it be? And then they realized that a living, breathing animal actually needs food. And then they were like, well, fuck this, and sold her to Forrest.
Right.
But then the kids got sad, so they were like, oh, we want her back. We got D rank!
Woo!
For Dick!
Detective Dick. That's my new name. It's
Detective Dick Gumshoe. My favorite character in Phoenix Wright. It's an ID card. Looks like it belongs to Tully.
He seems to be quite forgetful with his belongings.
I thought it was a radio, not gonna lie. Wait a second. This car says it's a Gridmore Studios ID, but I don't recognize the design at all. Do you think it's a fake?
Sorry, Honor. I have no reference to compare against. Perhaps there's someone more familiar with these cards who can help.
Oh, I bet it's the security guard. Because he would know what the key cards look like, because he has to let people in and out.
Right.
Hi, Bill.
Hi, guys.
What do you make of this ID card, Bill?
That's a nice card. Feel the weight of that laminate. They don't make them like they used to anymore.
That's me fucking flashing my Hot Topic membership card that they stopped making in like 2011 or whatever.
I know, you flex that every time we buy something.
It's the dumbest flex, but like, I feel proud of it.
I had an uncle who was a big shot in the lamination industry. You see, and he was always said...
Forget the lamination, Bill. God, nobody fucking cares. It says it's Gridmore Studios ID, but it doesn't look right. Is it a fake?
No, it's just an old design. They went out right around the time I started working here.
Oh, is Gridmore our studio?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought she was talking about like whatever studio Tully works at.
At first I thought it was a different studio, and they were trying to like kill the director so that way their show would be more popular.
Oh shit. But that was years ago. Do you really think Tullius had a studio ID for that long?
It's possible. Just wait here. I'll go check our files. Oh, I nearly forgot. I found something under Blake's desk. Maybe that scout of yours can take a closer look.
That could be evidence. Shouldn't you give it to Detective Cross?
Okay, this is a good cliffhanger to leave it on.
No, we should finish this exchange and then we'll end it.
Okay. I tried, but he was so busy yelling at me for leaving the room earlier that he wouldn't listen. Will you take a look?
Okay, now we finish the episode.
Okay.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you're enjoying the stories of our cats. If you have pets, you should totally fucking send us pictures of them because we love animals.
We love pets.
We love animals so fucking much.
Pets are cute.
Maybe whenever we get back, I can tell you the misadventures of when we had a dog. But yeah, this has been fun. I love you, BB.
I love you too.
I hope you guys are enjoying this series as much as we are because we're having a great time.
Alright, bye guys.
Bye.